They called him untouchable, an undefeated fighter who crushed everyone in his path. And one day, he asked the question that echoed through every division.
Who is next? Where's my equal at? I'm 18-0 with 15 knockouts. Where is my equal? That's who I want. Where is he?
But that night, his equal finally stepped into the cage and made him eat those words. Justin Gaethje wasn't just undefeated.
Oh, he's down! He's down!
He was chaos wrapped in gloves. Before the UFC, he didn't believe in decisions. Every fight ended in destruction. He let opponents hit him just to prove he could hit harder. His style wasn't about surviving. It was about drowning you in violence until you couldn't breathe. By the time he entered the UFC, his reputation was already legend. After his brutal debut against Michael Johnson, Gaethje stood tall, still undefeated, still hungry, and the UFC answered his call. They gave him Eddie Alvarez, the Underground King, a former lightweight champion, a survivor of countless wars, and a man who had already tested himself against the very best in the world. The hype was massive. Gaethje, the undefeated wrecking ball, against Alvarez, the battle-hardened king. The UFC promoted it as the meeting of two men who don't know how to take a step backward. Fans knew instantly. It wasn't just a fight. It was going to be a war of attrition. Violence versus violence. They collided at UFC 218 in Detroit, and the cage could barely contain it. Gaethje tore into Alvarez with savage leg kicks, chopping him down piece by piece. But Eddie didn't break. He fired back with crisp boxing to the body and head, absorbing punishment, giving it back even harder. By round 3, both men were bleeding, exhausted, refusing to take a step back. And then it happened. Alvarez launched a crushing knee straight through the middle. Gaethje crumbled, and the king sealed it with punches. The undefeated warrior had finally fallen. He wanted his equal, but that night, he found his better. That's the fight game, where arrogance meets reality.